Hello and welcome. I'm Darren, and here it is, the 9070 XT Aorus Gigabyte thingy-majigamy Elite, and yeah, it's looking good. Sounds pretty. We're gonna run it. I've ran kind of a benchmark in it. Annoying thing is RGB control. That's going to bug me, but as you can see, it looks nice. It's all shiny, all very clean. It actually looks pretty good. I do have to say, though, we have to give an honourable mention because this is probably one of the best looking AMD GPUs. There's no way that I can sell this GPU. It just looks too good. So this is the Sapphire Nitro Plus XTX. Lovely looking GPU that is. As you can see, it's got like these rounded corners. It just looks so good. It's even got the RGB bar on the back. So obviously if you're, vertical mounting it, you've got some glow underneath and some glow from above, but that is such a good looking GPU. I'm never getting rid of this GPU. Hopefully it gets FSR4. So now there is one annoying thing with this. I've got a feeling I know how to figure it out. The RGB is going to be annoying because that means downloading some more software, which I don't want to do, but the XTX might end up going back in this build, and I might do another build with a Gigabyte board for this GPU. I might put it in a micro ITX case, and with the Gigabyte motherboard, I'll download the Gigabyte software so we can do all the RGB, and then I'll be able to control the RGB on the GPU. The other thing is, and this is one thing that it seems so far, I've run some bench tests with it. It seems to stay pretty cool. We're going to run some games now, and we're probably going to be in there for a good few minutes, so we'll see. It seemed very quiet. It seemed to run quite cool. It has this really annoying zero fan mode. So at the moment, it's on zero fans. When the fans fire up, it rattles. I don't know if it's a noise that comes from the fans going from 0 to start, or if it's the RGB, because the RGB starts firing, and I don't know if it's that. I'm pretty sure in the AMD Adrenaline, if you go into the tuning, there is a zero fan mode, and I'm pretty sure that that's probably turned on. So I'm probably going to turn that off so that the fans run constantly, because it's not the end of the world, but it's quite it's not a very nice sound when it does it. Once it's running, it's fine. It's quiet and all the rest of it. You might hear it when we get into a game. But yeah, I thought I'd aim the camera at its direction. As you can see, it's a pretty nice, clean setup. The colours aren't probably coming through on there, but the Gigabyte thing has always, to me, been like that kind of turquoise and purple colour, so that's kind of what that is, but it just doesn't look like it on that camera for some reason. It looks like it's almost whitey blue. It's kind of purple and cayenne. So, and that's why I wanted to get the GPU to match, because things have to match. If not, it really annoys me, and I don't like that being a Gigabyte board or a Gigabyte GPU with an Asus motherboard. That really upsets me. It destroys my yen, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we're going to get in and we're going to check out a couple of games. So I had a quick look before to see what games actually run FSR4. In fact, I'm going to quick double check before I even load a game, so I'm not being dumb. In fact, we'll swap over. Let's swap over to the desktop, and we can check together. So that I'm not saying that it won't work, because I don't think it will record it. Will this show. I've got a feeling I've done this before and it hasn't, when I've put the Adrenaline app up, it hasn't shown on the recording. But I'm going to load it anyway. Well, I'm going to attempt to load it if it wants to load. It is shown on the recording. Excellent. So, I've got a feeling if we go into gaming and we go into Radeon Super A. Hold the fuck on. Is this changed? Is it because I'm doing this? What? Must be because I've got this up. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Huh. That is really weird. So it... Why is it doing that? Ah, okay. So, I don't use this app enough, so I don't know what I was doing or where I was going then. But anyway, Fidelity FX Super Resolution 4 is enabled. So ensure that AMD FSR 3.1 is enabled in-game first. Optionally enable AMD FSR 3.1 frame generation in-game for further boost. We're not running any of that HyperX stuff. We don't care about any of that. We're not running any other type of thing. The one thing that I have noticed is it has now this anisotropic filtering automatically enabled. We'll leave it. And the other thing is, I think I am right in... Let's have a quick look. I'm not going to turn it on now, just in case. But I'm pretty sure if we go into... Because, yeah, you can see at the moment, the GPU fans are at 0 RPM. I've got a feeling that we can go in here. We open up fan tuning, there is 0 RPM, which is turned on. So if we turn that, yeah. So my fan's just fired up. But I don't know if that's going to then put me on. I don't think it will. It shouldn't do. I don't know if that's going to stay at the fans, at the like Gigabyte, whatever. If that still stays on their fan curve, or if it now tunes it to a fan curve in here. I don't really want to mess around with that at this moment in time, so I'm going to double check that tomorrow. But I believe that's the way, because when the fans stop, the RGB turns off on the fans. Now it's a big deal because I'm running the GPU obviously vertically at the moment, or sorry, horizontally, so that it doesn't really matter. But anyway, let's turn that off for this moment in time. Or, yeah, I don't know if you would have heard that. You probably wouldn't have, but it makes a kind of quite annoying rattle. So yeah, I think that will be the way that I'll fix it, but I will worry about that tomorrow. I'm going to run... I'm not at work tomorrow. I'm not going to be back at work for a week or two. So that's it. Right. Horizon. Forbidden West. Let's do this. Let's do this. FSR4. Bring it, baby. The game changer. The game changer coming to my eyes. So we can actually go, we can spend a little bit of time in this game and we can run through some different settings and we'll see if this GPU gets loud or if it gets hot. I don't think it will. I mean, admittedly, in this case, I've got two 140 fans blowing up from underneath it, so it should be pretty good anyway. Probably a really bad GPU is going to have a pretty good time in there. So, settings. Let's check this out. Display, we're at 4K. We have VSync off. We have resolution scaling off. We have FSR4. I believe that is what we want, right? It doesn't obviously call it 3.1, but I believe it is 3.1. I did check that this is obviously one of the games. So we are at FSR quality. And we have everything high, very high, quality, very high. I believe everything's as high as what it can be. We've got the standard field of view. We've got depth of field turned off. We've left bloom on. Motion blur is down to 0. Sharpness is at default. Lens flares is off. Vignette is off. Radial blur is off. And chromatic aberration is off. Let's go. Oh shit, no, I don't want to. I want to continue because this is the area where I did a video the other day, and there is some water here that we can check out, and there is a lot of flying stuff. To the flying stuff, we will be able to yeah, instant fix. Even FSR AA had ghosting. That's just way better. Just way better. Just the particles, way better. It's very sharp. Maybe not a bad thing. Performance is good. 100 FPS, so that's 4K at FSR quality, which is absolutely banging. Everyone's going to play at that. GPU is running at a cool 55C. We are running at 3.16 megahertz. And we're pulling 340-ish watts. And it looks banging. So, let's take a run down, check out the water.
They're riled up now.
Yeah, they're going to go crazy. They're probably going to want to try and kill me. I don't care. Oh shit. It's not even doing those, even at FSR 3 quality. As you ran towards those sticks, you'd get a little bit of a kind of halo off them. How's the water look? The water looks like water. Holy shit. They fixed it. So the water now looks like glossy and doesn't look like weird, horrible soup. And the flying objects aren't ghosting. So it's fixed. Fixed. Looks good. Game changer. Absolute game changer for AMD. In fact, what does this thing run like? Is this busting the old XTX? I think this might be, you know. Yeah, it is. This is faster than the XTX. The XTX was about 60. Or just under. It's about 10 FPS faster than the XTX. Holy shit. It's destroying it. At 4K. But this is the beauty of a good upscaler. The beauty of a good upscaler is free. I mean, admittedly, it's not, well, no, it's 30 FPS. It's decent. You're just not losing anything. Like, someone's going to say, oh no, it doesn't look quite as good because I've just seen something, whatever. It's like 90% as good. Not that. Oh, what did that just do? No. That's, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Apply. Okay. So, what did we get? No, saying that we went from... Yeah, okay. So it's... not a huge performance increase. We were at 70, we're at 88, so just under 20 FPS. But I mean, it's not taking, it's free performance. The water still looks glossy, and we're not getting that ghosting. And it looks very clean, very clean. Almost, I'm not going to say too clean. It looks good. Motion's fine. There's nothing there that's worrying me. I'm on a 27-inch 4K, so I can't talk for everyone. If you're on a 65-inch 4K, you might see something that I don't, but I'm certainly not seeing anything that worries me there. I'm impressed. That's really good. And this is the game changer. This is exactly what I mean. I would have, when I had both GPUs available, like that water looks so good now. Obviously I'm not talking about over there where it kind of looks crap anyway because of the shitty screen space reflections, but I mean like here. This is where it would go soupy, and it wouldn't look translucent anymore. It would go kind of muddy looking, and now it's got that nice glossy, glassy texture to it. Yeah, when I was running this game and I had the 4080 and the XTX, and I wanted to obviously get that free performance from an upscaler, I wouldn't have played it on the XTX. I would have played it on the 4080, just for the fact that you had the ghosting and you had the water that looked funny, and it's a case of, oh well, I'd rather play it on the NVIDIA GPU. Now this has changed. Now this is a case of, no, I'll play it on the AMD GPU because I'm probably getting better performance than the 4080. I definitely would once frame gen's on, because AMD frame gen is going to add some better performance, and it looks good. Appears to be running smooth. What we like for temps now, 58, so we're under 60. GPU is silent, or certainly I can't really hear it. There's a lot of fans in there. It's quiet as a mouse. So I think there's really anything in the way of core wine either, so that's lucky. Got a good one. Yeah, I don't see anything that's affecting me in any way whatsoever. We can have, I wonder if at any point, we'll have a look. Let's have a look and see if we go to, we'll go a little bit hard, we'll go all the way down to, no, we're not going to go all the way to ultra performance. Let's just check out performance. Yes. Performance hardly gave us any performance. So that would be pointless. But I'll tell you what, holy shit, FSR performance actually looks decent. I never, ever, I mean, to be fair, before DLSS4, I'd never thought I'd see the day that DLSS4 looked decent at performance. I never thought I'd see the day where FSR looks decent at performance, and this still looks pretty decent. That water still looks fine, the particles still aren't ghosting. There's no point me playing at this because I'm not gaining performance from it. I went from like, what did I go from? What's that performance? Let's go back to quality. An extra 13 FPS. So what happens if we go to balanced? I think we got a little, I think it's removed some of the particles and I went down to performance. I feel like suddenly I've got more particles. Not that that's a big deal, that wouldn't bother me. I might be dreaming it, or maybe the wind just picked up, because the wind does blow a little bit harder enough. But no, display. Let's go to balanced. What does that do? 95. So it's not giving me a lot from that point on. I mean, to be fair, we're not actually getting a huge amount of performance from the upscaler, to be fair. I don't know if it stacks that high even on the NVIDIA GPU, so I'd have to kind of check that and have a look and see if that scales better. But I don't need it because I've got enough performance anyway. I'm probably happy to. Let's have a look. Can I put frame gen on without it crashing? That is the ultimate question. Let's do that first. Let's not hit it hard at once. So we're back down to 88. I mean, frame gen's going to take us to like 160, which is over my refresh rate. I'd play it at this anyway. I probably wouldn't bother running frame gen, but for the sake of science, let's have a look. Eesh. I thought it was going to crash. I still think it was going to crash. It's good. I thought it'd take us up to like 160. It's taken us up to 135. So that's actually alright because that keeps me under my 144 refresh. I'm on mouse and keyboard at the moment. It feels fine to me. I could play it like this. I probably would play it like this. This looked good. This plays good. It's smooth. Massive winner for Team Radeon. They've pulled it out of the bag. I don't know if it causes a little bit of... Not that it would bother me. Yeah, I think you get a little bit of blur with frame gen when you look at the kind of stuff in the distance. Nah, in fact, it's not... I don't know if it is. I'd play it like this. Oh, there's a dead thing. I didn't kill it.
Acid. Did the bristlebacks do this?
I'm well impressed. And what we run now? 58C, so we haven't gone... Oh, saying that. That's weird. I wonder why it's giving me a button. I'm recording. Maybe that's why. It's giving me a GPU button on it. A bit. Let's have a quick run. Saying that thing's going to try and kill me. What are those things doing? Are they bad?
Cauldrons could teach me how to override these machines.
That's how much I play this game and I'm not listening because I haven't got any volume on. Hopefully I haven't got high game volume on.
Where are you off to?
That would be a shit. In saying that, we've been out in a relatively quiet place anyway. Did I just kill everyone with game audio? Shit, I hope I didn't. No! Sorry. Did I destroy that with really high game audio? We should be alright because I think I was just stood and I don't think there was much going on unless she was babbling. Dead people. But yeah, this looks good. It's running smooth. This GPU is quiet. 58C. The fans aren't. I don't know. I can see the fan blades spinning, so they definitely ain't spinning that fast. And it doesn't seem to be budging. And we're at 3200 megahertz, pulling 340 watts. So I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. This is big. It's good. I'm glad. AMD have definitely nailed it with this. Well, certainly in this game. Which doesn't... Well, no. In fairness, it does surprise... It doesn't surprise me that it was good. I mean, FSR4 in this game wasn't terrible. It was actually very good. It was very clean, but it had that particle ghosting and the water, and that was all that really let it down. So I could have easily imagined that FSR4 at 4K quality would look very good. I'm surprised how good FSR4 at performance looked. That did look very good. And this GPU is absolutely nailing it, so... Whew. Good times. Good times. Right. I don't think there's anything else that I need to really look at in this. So we're going to come out of there. That's a win. I'd play this on the AMD GPU. Absolutely. Abso-friggin-lutely. Now the other game I believe that I have, which in the list it said is in it, is Spider-Man Remastered. So let's quick check that out. We'll check the settings when we're in there. I'm pretty sure the Spider-Man games all said that they had it. Let me just check. Where did I just go? Right, so... Marvel Spider-Man Remastered apparently has it. Spider-Man Miles Morales has it, and Spider-Man 2. So it should have it. Monster Hunter Wilds should have it, so I can check that out tomorrow. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 apparently has it, so I can check that out tomorrow. There's a few here that it doesn't have yet, like Marvel's Rivals isn't until... No, we're... No, that should have it by now. I was thinking it was... So last one, yeah. So that they should all have it now. Interesting. So again, let's have a look. Settings. Displaying graphics. We are at 4K. VSync is off. FSR4. Hopefully this is what it's supposed to be. At quality. Oh, we've got frame generation. Well, that's fine. We'll run with it because I got a feeling this game maybe will crash. It is a crasher when you mess around with frame gen. I don't want to get involved in a crash right now. And everything, I believe, is cranked to the highest, and we have ray tracing on very high, as far as the eye can see. Level of detail very high. We've got depth of field off, bloom is off, lens flare is off, chromatic aberration is off, and vignette is off. Motion blur is down to 0. Field of view is what it was, and sharpness is at 8. We'll go with that. We'll see what it looks like. Judging by this, it should be sharp enough if that's what the game looks like. Where are we going? Continue. I'm going to have to actually turn the joypad on because I'm not playing this keyboard and mouse. Is that doing some weird textures not loading? What's going on with that building? Why does it look like... Oh. Oh. Yeah, stuff's loading in. That's fine, we've only just started the game up. Is it going to take a while to load stuff in? So this should be, I believe, FSR4 at quality. It looks pretty good to me. There's... Oh shit. I've fallen down now. I was going to run around for a little bit up there, but I'm not going to now. We're at 200 FPS. We are obviously using a frame gen, but we are using ray tracing high. How impactful that is, I don't know. Oh, we are dropping down to like 150 when we go in for a big swoop, but that's fine. Because that's pretty goddamn good performance. And the frame time graph is pretty smooth. This feels pretty good to me. I don't play this game, so you're going to have to excuse me. I bought it because it was cheap. Oh, we just did get some big stutters, but that's fine. We'll ignore that for now. Maybe that was just because I landed on the road and nearly got run over by cars. It's incredibly sharp. I might have to actually lower that sharpening down. It was on 8. But, again, I am running... No, he has a big stop there. And another one. And another one. So... let's have a little fly around. I mean, I am screen capturing. That might have a little bit of an impact. I'd have to play it without the screen capture and then just clarify if that was causing any type of issue. It seems pretty clean now. Just kind of seemed like when we would, and which is funny because you would imagine that this would be the point when it would shit itself. But it seemed to be when we were down on the floor. But you would have thought this would be the more demanding issue point, but it seems fine. It feels relatively smooth considering that we're going from like 200 to like 150. So look, we've got reflections, full reflections. Looks pretty good. What's this fence like? Fence doesn't look bad at all. Oh shit, no, get back. Fence looks good. There'd be absolutely no point me... I mean, I can try... Let's try turning frame gen off, just to see. I don't play this game, so I don't know if it takes that normally takes that long for the textures to load in. Because like that building like down there, it just obviously hasn't bothered. Maybe that's just how it is on this game. We'll try it. We're at half an hour. If the game crashes, we're going to call it a day, because that looks good. I'd play this on this again. Running fine, 57 degrees, GPU's cool. Let's try turning it off. It might be alright. Yeah, it's good. So, and what that building over there is doing. It's having a bit of a paddy, but that's just... And maybe that one over there, but it is fine details. In fact, is it FrameGen that was stopping stuff loading in? It looks like stuff's loaded in better now. Maybe it was. Which is fine, because we can probably just use a bit more aggressive upscaling if we wanted to. But now it's kind of our frame time. Yeah, our frame times aren't as good now. They're a wee bit stuttery now, but nothing bad. Let's have a look if it's like that down here. A bit. So.
Spider-Man, I was into my
Whoops.
It looks fine. I haven't. I might do a test tomorrow just to see what it's like on this. And DLSS4 just to see if there's much difference. In fact, that's probably a lot of the tests that I will be doing, but I mean, it looks pretty good to me. It doesn't run terrible. Seems to be when there's cars coming. Yeah, it definitely doesn't run terrible. It runs pretty good. There's a bit of funny something going on in that window when I went towards it. I mean, this doesn't, but I didn't really know what this game looked like beforehand. Like that window when it was a little bit wobbly. Yeah, when you move towards it, it kind of goes a bit wobbly, but then 80 FPS, it might just be because of low frame rate. Let's have a look. Let's drop it and see what we can get in the way of performance. So let's go to balanced and see if this scales any better than what Horizon did. No, That's gonna be worse. Oh shit, what's it done now? Why is it giving me worse performance? I've got worse performance, now I've gone to balanced. Go figure that out. What happened there? Or is it just having a complete... Performance seems to be climbing slowly. I don't think it really changed that much. We're going to have to stop and have a look at that, because that would be interesting. I wonder why it wouldn't give me any extra performance. Let's have a look. So, stand in that direction, 1-0. It's going to be all over the place, isn't it? Can I just stare at something and it'll stay? No, we can't. Ah, roughly. Doesn't like it. So what were we? 104. We were about 104, 105. So we're gaining about 10 FPS. Not even that. Not a lot of performance gain there. Which is kind of a little bit weird. In fact, like, look, we're at 97. No, fuck me, we're at, what? We're at 105 now. We're at the same as what we were when we were at FSR balanced. Make that make sense. That's weird. That building textures hasn't loaded in. That's weird. Because that's not that far away. Now they have. But I don't play this game, so I don't... Is that normal behavior for this game? Is it, like, that's a really... That building wasn't that far away for its textures to be not loaded in. We're not at... we shouldn't be at VRAM limit. It's showing us there that we're 15 allocation, but we're only using 11. So... That should be alright, but all those buildings aren't there. Look, they're not loading in. So I don't know. If I drop out... Let's have a look. That's weird. Right, ray tracing is going to use memory, isn't it? So let's turn that off. Is that off now? Yeah, must be because we've just gone up to 185 FPS. But then even those buildings out there, they haven't loaded any textures in. I don't know if this like, look at that building there. There's no textures in it. Is that normally, is that game, maybe this game's normally like that, I don't know. It's not that far away though, you'd have thought that building would have, yeah, there you go, look, they've just loaded in now. That's weird. Do I need to restart the game? Because I've been making settings. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe I need to restart the game. Maybe it's just having some sort of graphics hitch because I've been messing around with settings, because that's a bit weird how a building so close would not have any textures. Let's just get to the top of this building and see if this does it. Well, what we got around us? This all seem... Oh no, you saw it then, it just loaded in. And those buildings there,
I'm already late.
you can see them just
I
all
should get to
come
the
into
lab
life.
ASAP.
So, I don't know. I don't play this game. Maybe it needed resetting. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to look a little bit further into that tomorrow because that's quite interesting. But as far as it goes, GPU's running quiet. It's running pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. Horizon was really good. This game, maybe I'm going to look a little bit further into it tomorrow. There's a couple of kind of hitches in it, and I don't know. Someone will have to tell me in the comments if it normally takes that long in this game to load in all of the details, because it seems like quite long. I know this is probably, I think obviously this is a remastered game. I don't know how old it is. I should have probably bought Spider-Man 2 instead and checked that newer game. Maybe it wouldn't have had that problem, but let me know in the comments anyway. But as far as it goes, FSR4 looks really good. I'm really impressed with that. Horizon looked really good. So I'm going to check out some more games tomorrow. And yeah, this is good. This is good for everyone. Definitely, as far as I can see at the moment. I mean, this thing's got some power. Like, definitely. The frame rate in Horizon was pretty damn good. It's definitely faster than both the XTX and the 4080. I'm sure of it. I'll have to check the benchmarks, but I'm sure both of those were around 60 at native, and this thing was like 70. So that's pretty impressive. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you in the next one.